Hi everyone, I'm Margo, your tarot reader, and today we are doing a personal reading for a client. Now we have a number of signs to see today. But first off, let me just say thank you to all of you for taking the time to watch. Please subscribe, like, and share if you like. Now, as always, prior to the recording, when we are doing, and when I say we, it is thyself and the spirit guides. When we are doing a personal reading, we call onto the universe or my client's personal information because they remain private at all times. If you're wishing to, for yourself or anyone else that you may know, a reading and/or a ritual or and/or a spell or consultation, email me at margourtarotreader@gmail.com and/or Facebook. It is an absolutely beautiful day. At least it is for me, because we are in the divine light of today's rain. So we are collecting as well that beautiful rain for our rituals. Now, let's get started. Let's see. We have a number of things that I want to look at, and as always, prior to the recording, I use the energy of my clients, and I read your emails and or text, whatever it may be that you use, or the questions that you have. But as usual, I also go in a deeper analogy to also see what else I can pick up. Okay, my clients always know what I mean with that. We are always into the best interest of the client for most. Okay, cards are ready. I was trying to concentrate as I was trying to do the video. As normal, when we enchant the energies and or spirits, they start channeling the energy. So um, let's just get started, okay? I'm not going to sugarcoat it, as you know. So we'll see what needs to be referred to, predictive advice, or what is the path that we need for our beautiful client today. Angels of the heaven and earth, guides and spirits protect us all today, Lord Jesus Christ, and give us the precise prediction of what it is we need to know. Amen. Okay, and good morning to all of you. I am having my coffee. I'm an early bird, and so coffee is a must. I'll try to stay away from it. Sure, when. Okay. Let's see, for my young lady, the Gemini, let's see what's going on here. Things have drastically changed from last reading. So let's see, what is it that we need to know? What is it that we need to see for... I don't really like predicting the child's entity, because that is something that it's up to the universe. It's not normally recommended to predict the child's well-being, but the child is doing well as so far, okay, within the womb. Okay, let's see where we are. Oh, it came out again. Okay, we'll leave it there. Let's see. Anything else? Just give me one more if you like, please. Thank you to the universe of the heavens when it comes to the Gemini young lady. I'll leave them as they are paired away. Okay. So we're looking at what I would want to call, and I hate to put it in this displacement, when someone is going through a bipolar emotions. Um, it can be different of aspects. It can be the pregnancy. It can be including thyself. It can be everything that's going on within that child's life at this moment that is causing a little chaos. Deep down, she is pleased in reference to being pregnant, but we're also seeing that it's been a very, very difficult road for this child, and she just wants things to end, to stop, to stop growing, to stop whatever it is that is going within her thoughts, to stop and quit it. So what that means is that she really wants a new path in her life, and she may not know what direction to go, or she may even feel stuck in that direction. For instance, she might feel that she's not able to take an initiative to her own direction. So she's feeling blocked and she's feeling stuck in her predicament of her life. And she wants it to stop. Okay? And whatever has happened lately is been giving her the motion that she just feels like she's had enough, and she's trying to control those things within herself, but also by the direction that is coming from all over the place, from all directions. So let's just say, for example, the family situation, the partner and everything. Everyone is saying something probably different, and she just feels almost trapped to me. Okay? Looking at her disappointments in life and looking to the directions in her life that she feels that it's not going anywhere. Okay? Um, she's in a stuck position in this point. Her relationship, her marriage is not all that she's seen. And now that she's also, with child, it feels to me that she's also going to be feeling suspicious of her relationship, of her partnership in the relationship. And there might be a cost to that even when we see it here. Deep down, she feels that if she acts on something within that relationship, she's afraid that it will cause an end to the relationship as well. So it's almost like, damn if I do, damn if I don't. Okay? And so you're going to have to be a little bit more supportive of her emotions and stability. And I hate to say that because I know that you are doing all that you can. And sometimes you are also in those emotions as I'm speaking to my client who asked for the reading. But she's in a vulnerable position right now. Um, the space that she was in, it was already at the edge. And with all of this that came about, yes, there's a pleasing and a happiness to that, but everything about her, it's in a position of disappointment and upset. Okay? And even though, because this is also an expectance of what the family was going to also say, they were not going to be pleased, they were not going to be happy with what is happening now. And she does not. She understands that, you know what I mean. But she also feels that she fell also, not just herself, but everyone in the family. In other words, she wants to please everyone, and the more she tries, the more displeased everyone is, the relationship, the family, and then vice versa herself. Okay? Okay, so as I told you previously, that I will be looking at certain things. As always, I look beyond what the client wants to know. Um, I feel that um, there's an emotion here of wanting, of avoiding a breakdown. Okay, so whatever underlying, let's do it this way. Whatever underlying issue she felt before, um, whatever, if she have had, let's say, for example, a slight depression, let's say, it feels to me that it's upgraded. Okay, it's becoming a little bit more intense for her. The pregnancy, she was overwhelmed already as we speak, because I see it here. She was overwhelmed with everyone telling her what to do and how to go with life, and feeling unsatisfied and probably crying on her own most of the time, you know, avoiding people to see her true emotions, being all over the place and crying in abundantly. Um, and she was already in this tenderness stage that, she's feeling like she just can't cope with it anymore, or she will be in that term. Uh, if things escalate within the home environment, it's almost like a ticking bomb. In other words, for me, um, if things escalate in a manner that she's feeling that she cannot control, we're seeing her have a breakdown. Okay, now I feel that we kind of can see that, we can feel that, we can see it with when we see her, when we talk to her. She's pretending to be happy. She's pretending to love her directions of life and to support everybody's decision. She's pretending to be all those things. She really is. But deep down in her heart and soul of mind, she's feeling vulnerable, upset, depressed, and alone. Okay? That no matter where she goes, what she says, what she does, she is still in that deep hole. Okay? So, um, does she need counseling? Yes, she does. Does she need to speak to someone? Yes, she does. Okay? Um, you might even want to advise her in letting her know that it's overwhelming for having at least one child, but when you have two, it becomes a more. So it's okay to feel any way that you're feeling now, but also advise her that maybe she would like to talk to a therapist of some sort in reference to anything that she's going through. Okay? Thank you, universe. Thank you, thank you, thank you to the heavens. Thank you to the gods and universe. Thank you. I feel that anything that she may do in reference to her relationship, she feels that it will be a risk situation for the directions that she can do. She cannot do anything without her partner's decision or saying yes or no, you can do. I feel that he is letting her know that constantly on one-on-one. Whatever your parents, whatever whoever is saying what, you need to come to me first, because your obedience is to your husband. That's what God orders. And so therefore, you need to come to me and let me know everything, and we will decide what's best for you and for me. So that's what I'm seeing here. Okay? It is absolutely absurd that he is using God to manipulate this child. It is not the right path that they're in, and the marriage is not in the way that it's supposed to be. Of course, no marriage, no relationship is perfect, but at this age, in this juncture, they're so young that it's not going to be conducive to them at the moment. And just because they are with child does not mean that it will be long lasting either. Okay? Absolutely not. There will be a walking away, disappointment, and betrayal, left alone because of a third-party situation, and then we see her going through that breakdown. In which I wonder, did she have one before? I don't know what age or when, but did she have one before? Because we're seeing a cycle of one, meaning a return of one. Okay? You will let me know if that's the case. Breakdown of the relationship, breakdown of her relationship, and or also her beliefs eventually will come and fall down. Her beliefs, maybe she will see something within herself I know that we're working on her. We're working on doing certain things. So it's, as always, you know me, I don't give time. But eventually we will have that epiphany moment for her, okay? We're working for her to find that truth within herself, that whatever it is that she's being taught from whoever, it will break down and fall apart, okay? Again, we're seeing that she's having a hard time struggling to set herself free from wherever it is that she's in, okay? It's hard because she does not know which way is the right way. She's been manipulated for so long that she feels that either she can't trust the people around her or the decisions that are coming forth from the people. And we're just seeing this struggle between right and wrong, who and what, okay? And so there will be a moment of her coming to, maybe even I don't want to say this, but maybe even hospitalization for her to go within herself, okay? Or a retreat of some sort. Could be through the pregnancy, yes, but it's being caused by all this stress that is causing her, okay? Eventually. Yeah. Huh. Okay, so now I'm going to go and see the other person that we know is causing more of everything, okay? What's going on with you? Why are you doing this? What do you want? And do you love her? Okay, let's see. In reference to this Taurus, what can we see? Okay, we're going to leave it at that. And let's see. So here we are. Everything takes time, you know that, right? So when it comes to this Taurus young person, we definitely know that his beliefs are not in the proper setting, okay? We know that they're not in the proper setting as they should be. That he analyzes the situation in the best way he knows how, and he feels that his way is the right way, no other way. It makes sense because the majority of the Taurus intend to feel that pattern of behavior, whether they're right or wrong, okay? So going through his life, we know that there's a lot of changes he needs to do. There's a lot of healing he needs to do. And I don't feel very much so that it is the church itself. I mean, they do train you and discipline you in the church. You know, if you don't follow the church and whatever may be, you know, you're punished and you're going to hell. Please do believe me, anybody that is out there listening, that is not the case. God forgives you no matter what you do in this physical life, because those are the lessons that you have to learn. Now, if you repeat the wrong, that you are in the wrong and you already putting punishment on yourself. It is not that higher self or our creator that gives us that punishment. We ourselves are putting ourselves into that grief. Here in the physical and in the spiritual realm. Trust me on that. And God loves all his child no matter what you do. There is no sin that he will not forgive. But if you are forgiven within yourself. Understand that. Now, here we are with him. I feel that with him, he is the one that is manipulating everything within this relationship and marriage. Okay, he is the one that is not going in the right path. And the church became a leeway to him. Um, is he a narcissist of some sort? Probably, because he feels that he has that type of energy. Okay. Um, yes, he has dreams and hopes, and based on that, he feels that he's going to grow further down the line with the church and whatever else beliefs that he's in. He will also have this moment of reality in check where um, I have a feeling that probably a family member knows that he is not all there way before the church. He got into the church however way he did, but they kind of know that he's not all there. And they won't say it, okay? But yes, he's not also happy in the relationship, okay? He is not. Okay, do I want to see this? Yes. He's not happy and satisfied in the relationship. He's not happy and satisfied in the intimacy. And yes, he's thought of maybe walking away and leaving. But then we also see that he is also in the path where whatever happened now, he is also stuck in this relationship and marriage. That he felt that maybe it would be the best to also leave. There's a conflict within the situation. I wonder, okay, so we do see a conflict with a male, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and/or is a prominent male in his life, like a father figure, okay? I think that they're also not happy about that pregnancy. They expect more of him, but yet they're not doing shit to help him either. Someone also told him that he should have just walked away from this relationship a while back. Someone, there's a male figure here, okay? He is not happy. He also thought of leaving the relationship, walking away, and he also feels stuck in this situation. So, okay, God says now he is going to go within himself and start thinking. God says that, a child is a blessing and we cannot have an abortion and da 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 da. But yet now he is also second guessing a lot of the things because now he's stuck. And I wonder, why is he feeling stuck if you're so into the beliefs of church that the child is a blessing and marriage is a blessing and it's a forever, but yet we have a thought of leaving the relationship, of being stuck in this relationship when it should be a blessing of having a child? Why is that? For some reason he feels betrayed by her. I wonder why. Oh, mother effer. Mother effer. Huh. I wonder if there's a third party in this shit. I have a feeling there is. Everything about his energy tells me that there is. And even though he's so into the damn ideology of the church shit, using the church and shit to put his things in order in the relationship, but yet where is his doing in that? He hates that the family gets involved. He hates that he cannot, well, he feels that he can control the young lady, okay? But he hates that whenever somebody tells her something, it puts her in a different mood. So in other words, he's probably saying to her, something's wrong with you, and it is because your family is putting these things and making you doubt everything, including about me. And I'm the best thing that ever happened to you. Okay? The love that he felt for this young lady, it is not all there anymore. Everything about the relationship and the marriage is also not in the conducive stage that he thought it would be. And He did wanted to walk away, but now he's feeling stuck in this relationship, in this marriage, okay? Also, there's a feeling of wanting to walk away. I just keep going back into this. He had a moment of wanting to leave the marriage also. Probably right before they found out that they were pregnant, okay? And of course, he goes by the church beliefs, right? We are married to life until death us do us part. But he would have used her instability to do so. Yeah. Okay. So we know that the economic stage within their marriage and relationship is not sufficient for them. And that's a struggle that he struggles with. He can't maintain this family, but yet he's wanting to make changes, not by his own doing, but by others. How is that? That he probably suspects that he will force her to ask them for funds if they don't want her or him in the home environment, that everybody else has to chip in for them to leave. Okay. Um, that is very, very ball of him, for the lack of words, to say that if you want someone out, that they have to give you the money to do so, maintain you to do so. And this is because, again, he's using her. Okay. Why not go to his family and ask those things? They're not doing anything, and they're not going to. So it would be a good lesson for both of them if they were to move in with them, because I could assure you that that would entice your daughter to leave him more and come back running to you. Okay. So he's very disappointed. Yeah. He will have a talk with a male figure in reference to this. Okay. Um, when I see this reading, I will tell you a number of things. When you have someone that has good beliefs in the system of God, in the belief of God, you do not want to see this in a reading, okay? Because that means they're struggling within their beliefs as well, within the beliefs of the Bible or the church or whatever, whoever is teaching him whatever, or whatever he's believing in, what he's getting taught. Maybe, you never know, maybe the church is doing the right thing and he's using it in his advantage, or he's using it to interpret it in his best way. As always, the Bible's been written over and over, translated over and over in the beliefs of whoever wants to stable into the humanity. Okay, and we're seeing here an individual situation. So, and then we also see the negative entity around him as well. We see it here, we see it here, we see it here, we see it here, we see it here. We see it in a number of ways, and it's causing him, from every direction that he goes, is causing this tension and this actions of his life. And I believe I studied this before. Unfortunately, when someone just grabs a Bible and starts reading it, I commend that, absolutely. But you need to protect yourself and pray before, during, and after, because it will entice you. It will come about. It will test you, and it will put you to the test, to the point where it can domain everything about you and translate that energy into negative instead of positive. It's just like when Jesus went through that path during his phase here on the earth. Okay, he was tempted number of times. He did not give in, because he trusted his faith, he trusted his belief, he trusted that the guidance of the universe and his creator would have him all in. Okay, we are not that strong in everything that we do in life. That's why we fail in a lot of things. That's why we have disappointments back and forth, because we are not that strong in any way, shape, or form. Again, it's normal, because we are not in a perfect domain on this earth. Okay? So, let's see. Of course, we do the best that we can to stay above and flow. Of course. Wanting to take a whole new leap of faith, but it's not happening. It's not happening. That fresh new start is not happening because of everything that just happened. So it almost feels like this child was also not just for this young Gemini, but also for him, some type of pause in a new beginning. Now, this money that he's wanting, he's still going to come forth, okay? Yeah, he feels disappointed in this direction when it comes to blaming her, I guess. I'm going to see something else. Now, I normally feel that, you know, this could be someone around his own beliefs, more compatible of some sort, and maybe he's met this person in church, work, or somewhere there, and there's some type of a compassion between each other, and maybe this person also has the same beliefs, doesn't have to train her as much, you know, as he is with his spouse. But, you know, there's some type of attraction in this vicinity, okay? So, believe me, he'll use the church to his advantage to excuse his sins. Like saying into himself, well, church guided me here. Church told me to go this way because it's the best thing in order to be in his state of mind, you know, into his beliefs of church. Okay, let's see. Angels of the universe and the heavens. Let's get started with the other one. Now, let me see. Let's see. What's going on here, angels of the universe and the heavens? Let's see. For the Taurus, what's going on? What is it that I need to know? What is it that I need to see? Angels of the universe and the heavens, enlighten me with the truth, the past, the present, and the future, places and things. Okay. I know that this is a lot for you. I know. I can sense it here. I know that you're stressed out. I know that the talks, the things that you've been doing with this child, it's going from one ear to the next. And it's breaking your heart. Believe me, I understand because I see it. I feel it. Okay? But you believe in what you're doing. You believe and you trust in this child. And that love and that trust that you have, that faith that you have, you need to keep going with that. And I know that it's draining everything that you're doing. And then on top of that, you have to help more than you've done before. Now, there is that topic that needs to be discussed probably this week in reference to that new house and in reference to the surprising situation of who is coming where. You're going to have to come and take handle of the situation and say, no, we had a disagreement and that was that. But this is our child, our grandchild, or whatever may be the case. And we're going to stand by her to support her in any way that we can, because this person or whoever needs to know that she is not alone. And that whatever she's going through, we're going to pull her out with or without him. And then you need to take charge of that domain, of that hard hand, and put the hammer down, in other words, for him as well. You need to have a one-on-one conversation with both of them and then individually. Do you understand? If they choose to walk away, then so be it. But you've done your due with that conversation. He needs to understand that we're not dismissing him having beliefs, but the beliefs that he's imposing are not in the right conducive behavior for the marriage, because he's not looking that she's feeling trapped. He's not looking that she can't seem to decide for her own goodwill without his permission. What the hell is that? We are in a century where a woman or anyone can be themselves and act on their own beliefs. Freedom of speech, freedom of be free in every way and every angle of life. Okay? And you need to have that serious conversation with these two people. When you do, make sure you wear something red underneath you or within yourself that cannot be seen. So you can protect yourself and have a pinch of salt in your hands. So especially so you can domain this man. Okay? Including your child. And of course, you let me know when you're having that conversation. But we're going to get this shit straight. Also, and of course, when it comes to the elder person, you also need to explain to her in the right motions that, you know, it was something that happened. It's understandable, and that she did the right thing. I have to say it. Even though it came out in the wrong way, in the wrong time, she absolutely spoke her piece, and I'm glad. I'm glad, because sometimes we as parents intend to keep our mouth quiet to not make things worse or to not have our children hate us. But guess what? They're still gonna hate everything that we do, because that's just that's just life. Okay. Eventually they'll come back. Okay. Now where is, yeah. She's concerned in reference to the home environment. She's concerned in reference to her marriage. She's concerned. That's the last thing that she needs, right? I will also have to tell you that shit. My guts tells me that he's talking to someone. And I keep saying guts, you know what I mean. I also feel that deep down this young lady knows that she loves everything about it, you know, being married and the person that she's with. But I feel that deep down she feels that that love is just not all there. She's feeling boredom. She's feeling depressed, non-belonging. And sometimes she feels that it's her. Sometimes she feels that it's the whole situation where they are. Sometimes she feels that it's him. And she feels within herself, I keep wanting to touch my head and hit my head. And I wonder if she has done that or is doing that, like saying, am I going crazy here? Am I, you know, uh, is so and so right? Maybe he is saying something to her in reference to, you know, her emotions. Um, but I'm just sensing that type of energy. But yes, you know, when it comes to them, when his energy, because this is his reading right now, I'm feeling that he is not. He's gonna stand still with the marriage. Okay. Does he loves her? He does, but he's just not in love with this process anymore, because he's not getting what he wants out of this. Now, right now, his main concern is finances, money. He's looking to see how to get money from your side of the family, of course. And there's a male figure here who he most likely is going to have a talk with and saying, okay, if you want this, then you need to give it to me. If you want this, then you need to support this. And I as a husband is the one that maintains the woman, and I as a husband speaks on her behalf. And so therefore I am claiming this to get this for this. He feels that eventually someone is going to give in to this, to just to have the peace, whether it's you or somebody else. I urge you not to, even though it will be a sacrifice for your child, and even though whatever he says does not come through, he'll use this young lady, the Gemini, to get those finances. I urge you not to, because he's not going to change how he is with this young lady. And I also see that he's been talking to someone also. Okay. I don't see intimacy between them, but I see conversation happening. It's almost like the early stages, okay? That's why I said you need to put that tracker in that car. Or they have this small black little voice recorders, digital voice recorder, small ones, uh, that it will not be noticed in the car, under the car seat, especially if they don't clean it up. Believe me, uh, yeah, my clients know we get what we want when we need it. Yeah, we go deep. So I wanted to see, where is this person at? Okay, if the man, the Scorpio, the older person you gave me here, if he has not spoken to this Taurus yet, um, he's holding back according to if you're gonna have the conversation with him first if you haven't had it, okay? But he still wants to talk to this person, and he's still going to offer that thing that we discussed in reference to the moving situation. He's still going to bring it up, okay? There is that, no, he needs to understand that what he has done is wrong and cannot ever be displayed ever again. And you know what? He needs to hear that too. He needs to hear a voice from an older person. And if I were you, I will have the conversation with the Scorpio, and you talk to him about the situation that's been going on deep down between them in the relationship. And maybe he can put some ear into this Taurus. A little fact of life, in other words, okay? Because if he's not happy, it doesn't matter whether this young lady is pregnant or not. If he's not happy, they're not happy, then this is the right time to let go. You know, it is. If he wants to be a father, then he can be a father at a distance, okay? But if they're not happy in this marriage, which I feel that they're not, both of them, there is no need to continue to stay in this misery because of the children. No, the children see and feel and sense all of these things. That's an excuse that everybody uses all the time. I can't leave because of the children. I can't leave because of the children. I can't leave because of the spouse's poor with shit. That will always be the case. Okay, so I'm going to look at the young lady now. Yeah, you can't leave because you're a coward. Okay, and because you can manipulate both situations at the same time. Angels of the universe, like the heavens. You know, when someone is going to inherit something, financially or materialistic, you should never let the person know, because it changes their behavior, their lifestyles, and then they want to get it before it comes to them. And then if they're married or they have relationship, guess what happens? The other person expects their half, if not more than their half, okay? And they will find any ways of being, okay? And they'll act as nice as they can, and then they'll put their claws out, you know, with their language, with their actions, or legally, or all. So it's best not to let them know. Instead, have whatever written down on their behalf. You can anticipate it, put it in the way that you want it. You will have only this much if you're still married. If you are divorced by so and so, you will get all of this to maintain yourself and your children. You put the speculations in the way that you wanted in any will or any, because you're the one domaining that funds before they get it. You understand? And it is to protect them. And you don't have to let them know, because here we are in this predicament. If this person would have not known of those funds, he would have probably walked away by now, if we would also have done all the other stuff as well. So because we're seeing this intense energy, he's going to manipulate it as far as he can till he can get some finances. And when he's drawn all of those things, and if he's tired and not changed, and then when he jumps from talking to doing the other person, then he'll walk away, because the other person's going to end up pregnant. You watch. So it will all be different later on in life, but we have a long haul, and within those times, who knows what's going to be within this young lady's life, personal and emotionally and spiritually, while he's draining her already. Okay, so find a way to include and talk to that elderly lady and you to come together and say, let's not bring this money ever again. And if you do intend to do this for this child, then do it in the way that I ask you to, for her sake and your grandchildren's sake. Do you understand? Okay, let me see. If there's no will with her funds legally on a divorce, you don't get anything. A word is a word. Mouth to mouth is not. It's not legal. She still wants to maintain the marriage. Okay. Because especially now with this child, she says. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm liking. Someone is going to talk to either one of them or both of them. Maybe they're going to talk to someone and be open and straightforward. And they will advise divorce for these people. Okay? Later on. And it can be that the minute she finds someone in his life, that's when he needs, that's when she, I'm gonna tell you this, that the minute she finds any conversation with any other woman, conversation, sleeping, cheating, whatever it may be, that's when you need to say, okay, baby, this is it. This is the sign of God. You use the God the way he uses it, okay? This is your sign, baby. Don't worry. We're here for you. We'll help you in any way that we can. And God's going to bring you that right person to watch over you. He was not doing this. He was staying here for you. Well, actually, you don't want to get into all the negative stuff, because then that makes them turn around and go back to them. Okay? So you be shortcoming with whatever you're going to say. Whenever this happens, that she feels cheated in any way, is when you need to say, okay, baby, let's go. Here's the time. Let's go. Let's divorce, and let's do what needs to be done for you in order to protect you and your child. You need to be smart, so he won't use anything that he feels he has against you. Okay? Physically or emotional. I believe me, she'll understand what you're meaning with that. Because what I'm seeing here is that it's a mistrust. And this is what I was saying earlier on the reading. Why is he feeling like he's stuck now? Because he just met someone that he's talking to, in which he will lie and be deceitful with her when she finds it at first. But there's a friends with benefit coming in here in this relationship with him and someone else, probably someone from the church. Okay? So he feels that this is more divine, whatever it is this is. Okay? That will be the notion of, and then also, depending how that other woman is, that if she really wants them, she's going to say, well, God is not going to bless us in this union because you're still with someone. In which, by the way, this other woman will not know about the pregnancy that is on the way. Not yet. And then, she would also entice him that if you want this relationship to work, either because I'm a virgin still, whatever the hell, then, this is a way for him to get out of this relationship and to go into somebody else's. Okay, good riddance for that, because I hope that that's what happens as I feel it here. There will be a moment of a feeling like, okay, God is sending me this other person because it's meant for me to go through this path of someone that has the same beliefs, and that believes and trust every word that I say, and without a question, without any doubts. Okay, so maybe this person is also younger and naive, and maybe even a virgin, including, and so therefore he's trusting that type of relationship better. And I'm sensing that this is where we see the negativity of him saying, oh, it's not necessarily what they were hoping for another child, because he's getting to know someone, and now he's stuck because of it, and he's using the church and all these things. But the young lady, the Gemini, she still wants to keep the marriage. She still wants to uphold because she believes and loves him. But the deception is going to start coming out on this, and we see it here at the end. So I'm thinking probably, as of now, probably before the end of the year, we're seeing here. I would hope it will be as of now, but you know me, I cannot give you precise timing. Uh, The fact that I see it now, I like it because it means that it could be in any activation of time between now and the end of the year. Um, she's already in suspicious. I also feel that the work situation is not there. That maybe he's just doing something. He's her pregnancy now is gonna hype her intuition and her jealousy. She was always jealous. So being pregnant, she's gonna feel that jealousy more. Okay. So in a way, it will be good because she will start sensing more, feeling more, seeing more, being more observant. Okay. You'll see. And let's see that once she's now with a child, if he keeps her more at home, because that would be a note to watch out for as well. Okay. Yeah. I wonder. I'm getting the thing of like questioning the pregnancy. Like maybe they're not being as intimate and questioning like, okay, how we really haven't been as intimate. So yeah, he's being stupid though. Okay, I want to see angels of the universe and of the heavens. Can you give me a direction based on everything that we're sensing here, guys, for this Gemini lady? Can you give me a direction of advice, even if you can at least give me this? Gemini. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Switch direction between now and here. She sees you supporting her. Sometimes she's not going to like what you have to say, and she will be upset with you. You already know that, but that's okay. She'll come back around. And we definitely see that there will be someone in their marriage situation between her and her spouse. Tough love is coming from both ends. He's going to want to leave the relationship with money. Okay. There is someone here who's instigating a divorce later on for them. Okay. There's with or without money. There's instigation of separation for them in the near future. I have this notion of saying that there will be someone putting this into notion. Could it be us after the child? Maybe. But I have a feeling also that it's going to be instigating either because there's a third party situation or because we have no choice to do so. Either way, we definitely see separation in the future for them. However way it comes, it will be. Also, he just wants to walk away and leave her be, but he's going to want money to leave her. Okay? There's just no doubt that in any way you look at it, he wants money to walk away. You want me to leave? I want some money. That arrogant he is. Okay? So here's my thing. I would definitely make it legal, notarize, and have everything written down. You leave my child, my grandchildren, you're not to see them, you will not fight for them, and we'll give you this much. Since he's money hungry, you don't give him a whole bunch of shit, but you can do 30 grand and then let him walk away. If he legally signs it, you understand me? If he wants to get away with somebody else, if he wants money, then you have this leeway. And it may not be a lot, but for this person at the age that he's in, money hungry, he will govern that. And he will have to have, you need to have it legally. You can't just have it word by word. You need to go in front of someone and have him sign those things. Okay? I don't have that kind of money, lie and say. But with the promise that you will not contest my grandchildren, that you will not fight custody for my children, and that you will leave my child peacefully alone. Move and leave, whatever, however way you want to put it. Do you understand? And this is how much you'll get. And you also might want to take him if you don't want child support from him at this time. Then you might also want to just, I don't know, but you'll find a way to make it legally. I could go on and on with this, okay? So if he wants money, you can't just give it. He needs to earn it by giving up his rights. That would be one. And leave your daughter alone. Okay? I would definitely go for that. He will be money hungry, and he will be going into another relationship soon after, and so therefore he will want that peace with the other woman. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here. In the meantime, I definitely see that your child is with her emotions. We'll work on that. I like to pamper the rituals. You already know that, so I don't want to rush what I'm already in process, already doing. But I can do something to one of those things for now, and I want to say within 2 weeks we can touch back, unless something happens between then and now, with specifically only your daughter. Nothing about nothing, and we can specifically see your daughter only within 2 weeks. Okay. And again, unless something happens that we need to see it right there and then. But I will wait 2 weeks because I want her to go to her doctor's checkup. And if you can squeeze yourself into that checkup, would be great. And I want to see what reactions is coming from all of this that we're seeing in her emotional stage. I'm keeping an eye on that because I want to prevent her breaking apart to be less than what is its sense. You understand? I don't want her to have this breakdown and then having to affect the child as well. We know that the child is fine because we saw it in the first come. And so, but when she retains that frustration, that depression can go and follow into the child, especially if it would end up to be a girl. I'm not saying it will be because I don't want to predict the child's birth yet. And I'm hesitant to doing so. Okay. But I feel that this will be the best direction for now. What I will also again will advise you is that, have I know it's a lot, but maybe have more me time with her. Let's go for a walk, baby, or when she makes you eggs, something like that. Compliment her because she's needing validation desperately, and we need to get her into that validation moment to uplift her, to not make her feel guilty for being pregnant. Okay, unfortunately, it is what it is. It happened in the way that it happened, but a child is still a blessing, no matter in which way it comes, right? And so they are not. These are children that are in the right mind, that if they didn't want children, they should have protected themselves. Okay, everybody always say, "Oh, I wasn't ready." Well, if you were not ready, you should have used protection, condoms, or pills, whatever it is. There's plenty out there to do so. And emotionally, physically, financially, in all aspects, they were not ready for this child. It feels like a disappointment for both in a way. Okay, but it should not, because the disappointment, it's on them for not being mature about the whole situation. Okay, but we don't want to make her feel that way when she already feels this way. We also don't want to say, "Oh, congratulations, you're doing the right thing." We don't, but we do want to make her feel comfort as a mother. And we also want to compliment her, whatever it is that she's doing with the child that she already has now, because she will feel rejection toward the baby now. She will feel like the pressure, and she might act out on the baby already. Okay, And we don't want that, because it's going to come to the point where she might even feel unfit mother to already the child that she has, and how can she take care of the unborn? Okay, everything is accumulating for her, in this fool of her husband does not see it in the way that he should. And and so, um, but that is not our focus. The focus is the Gemini. Okay. um, Make her feel also needed. Like, you may not need this, but you might say, hey baby, I'm what are you doing, mama? I'm getting ready. Can you make me coffee, for example? um, and then have her make coffee, and then give her that hug in that moment when she gives you the coffee, and say, oh my gosh, is it just me, but today's coffee is awesome. You need to pop up that moment. Okay. Uh, she can sense your stress. Everybody can sense everybody's energy. That's a natural cause. And so when we're pregnant, we're more intense. Okay. uh we're in high alert for everything, and everything is all over the place. She was already there, but she's more 10 times more. So let's just uh, find a way to be more patient and caring and loving. You know what I mean? And you are all those. And I know that this is you being, stepping in to be, the mother, the father, and everything for her and your grandchildren. I know that this is overwhelming to you as well. So take that breather and say, it is what it is here. So I'm just going to take it one day at a time, and then fix the situation as they come. You don't want to hold it and prolong the situation. Okay. uh, we're still seeing the move of the home. I guess in sometime this in June, the first 2 weeks of June, they'll be talking to you about that, the home environment. And so, eh, believe it or not, you're the one in charge. You're the one that makes these decisions. Believe it or not, it's not your mother or whoever. No, you can say what you want to say to all of them in the right moment, the right time. Now, I would say, in order to have this, the first week of June is the way to use this energy to your advantage. Any conversation you want to do, anything you want to do between June the 1st to the 6th is perfect to align, and so they can listen to what you need to say. Okay? Uh, Keep that in mind. Okay. So now I'm going to go through and see what this other person, the Gemini male, if we can see anything. What is his dilemma? Okay. Hmm. I see he's been having a little conflict in personal relationships as well. If you would have answered, he would have wanted to discuss some of the things that happened to the Gemini that is passed on. And he would have wanted to discuss a little bit more about his financial situations as well. Okay. Um, he has a whole new cycle of life that he's going through, this man. I think that he's been going through one relationship to another, and I'm wondering if he recently got engaged or something, or had a child of some sort, or is fixing to have a child also. um I'm seeing that energy. There's like a child motion. If he has no children, he's gonna have one. If he has children, then he might even become a grandparent of some sort. But I'm seeing this changes in his life. in whatever relationship he's in, it's been like off and on situation, discomfort. He he seems to be dramatized as well, I have to say. He's been going through a lot personally, financially, emotionally. He's been he, I don't see him to be himself 100 there. Okay. Um and yes, I think that it's almost like a catch up. Yes, he wanted to give you thanks for whatever, but I feel that also he wanted to bring back memories of his brother, and also um, see how you are, see how you're doing. He knows that there was love between you two, and he knows that deep down you were considered to be like a family. Um, and so it was almost like a catch up deal kind of situation. But here's the thing that I'm also sensing something about financial situations here, that he also wanted to touch topics with you as well. I think that he was just going to slip it in there with all conversations. So I or maybe he even had something to say about one of his exes in reference to financial situations. Okay. Um, I think that he's probably not happy that someone is getting financial benefits out of this loss, and it could be the ex, someone in there. But he's learning those things. I definitely feel that he probably keeps communication with one of his exes, because he seems to know a lot more than what he's either saying or leading on. So I would I would probably like call and say, hey, I was just calling. I hate that I didn't answer your call, and just wanted to see how you are. Just kind of open the window to that and see if you want to know anything. If not, let it be. Um, so when he did not answer, it's obviously because he has issues with love life, and so there's jealousy situation going on there. So I can see that's why. But yeah, I would definitely just have a conversation with him. It might even help you to see his point of view, hear his point of view, what he has to say, even about the whole thing. Because I feel that he hasn't said his piece in the way that he still wants to. Okay, I still feel that there's a hesitancy of why it happened, how it happened, and who's to blame for. I still feel he has that tension, that he wants to say his piece if he hasn't already. Okay, and yeah, that's what I'm sensing toward this situation. Of course, you let me know if you do touch with him and talk to him and see what he says. But he he does have some type of acknowledgement and/or conversation with one of his exes, and I believe it could be the spouse, someone that is gaining benefit from his passing. Okay, there is a woman here getting benefits from his passing, who does not deserve it, but yeah. And I don't know what else he had, but I'm seeing that there was also other bank accounts or something like that. Okay. Any advice that we have before we close the reading? Angels of the universe and the heavens, thank you. Okay. I know that the situation with the home is very intense right now, but you'll fix this if you can avoid it. Well, you know, the 1st of June starts tomorrow, so you have all this week coming to have those conversations spoken and be heard, and it will go in your favor because you're the one that's taking advantage of this energy. Okay. Yeah, I know. I know you wish that this guy could just peacefully walk away. Well, that's a whole nother topic that we can discuss once we're done with what needs to be done. Um, yeah, he's causing a lot of friction in the home. I know. And you look forward to finding out if whether or not he's cheating. Believe me, I feel that it will be known eventually. Yes. Use the right people for the right situation at the time that is needed, okay? Yeah, I think that, and again, it's showing me clearly here, your daughter will find out that he's talking to someone, whether it's at work or church, okay? I keep seeing this energy. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Sun, rising female. Okay. So new intentions of something new coming in your personal life as well. Okay, I know that you're not wanting to hear that, but we definitely see someone stepping into the near future, okay? Probably you should talk to the father of your children. Maybe he can be the one to give an advice to all this or ask his advice. Take advantage of that, okay? To help you, coordinate what's best for your children. And he'd be more than happy to do so, okay? So we need to sit down, we need to talk. It's important. It's about Ariana or Luz or Bianca or whoever the hell it is. Okay? Apologize for that. Let me see something. In the church, have you been to that church? I have to ask, because I would pay a visit to that church. You know what I mean? Just for the sake of it. Like I would say, oh, you're going to mass? Okay, well, you know what? I want to go with you today. I want you to look and see who approaches him, or who gives him the googly eye, or I feel that if you were to see, you were to know. Well, or maybe you have an idea who, but sometimes when we are with someone, we can't really see past certain things, right? Or because we're used to seeing someone on a regular basis, so we're not focused in that. But when a third party person comes into the picture, you kind of start seeing who's who, what is going on there. So I have a feeling that you will quickly catch on who is this person that's being contagious to him. Okay. Or maybe if they go to an event of some sort, but believe me, that little girl, whoever it is she will be just so happy, so in her la la land to see the person. Okay. Tensions, if they're not high right now, they will calm down a little bit. Maybe the first week of June, as we discussed, and it's a good energy for a lot of things. So, and then it will pick up again after the 10th to the 25th of June. So we're seeing intense energy back again. Okay. I would definitely keep up with what we discussed, that candle, because it it keeps that energy floating. Okay. uh, when that candle runs, get any scented candle that is pink. Okay, so we can endure the harmony and love, um, and do it as we discussed. um, of course we'll be talking, and then we can see if there's anything that needs to be added in or changed. We can see that, but I don't think that I'll be able to, because we're so far into the ritual that it's almost being finalized, so I cannot delay the pattern of those energies, um, and I would have to give time for that one to take in. Okay. uh, into the ethers. But if anything comes out of the norm that it's a must-do emergency situations, then we can do something off the side in order to blend in with the other one. Okay, that it can be done. We're not going to interfere with what's already taken place. But all these advices that I've given you now, it's to help out with what it's been done and to help out with the energy to flow in a different angle. Not just for everyone in the home, but also in the mindset, of the mentality of this child, the Gemini. Okay? Because we're sensing this intense energy coming forth, the conversations that needs to be taking place, and you're a little bit hesitant and afraid of what the outcome can be. I'm going to tell you this, that if they choose to leave, then so be it. If they choose to stay, then great. If they choose whatever it is that they choose to cut or leave or take, it's on them. You are doing all that you can. But the last thing that you're going to do is have those conversations with everyone that you need to, individually or together, this week. It must be in order to float for your behalf and for the benefit of everybody. Okay? You must be assured, you must stand in your ground, and you must speak your truth. And definitely I would recommend that, especially to that Taurus. Okay? Yes, to the ex, because I feel that you were asking that, but also to the person that it's in relationship with the Gemini. Okay? I just don't see yeah, I don't see any other way out of this, that you're gonna have to take charge. um, you say what you say, but then you back it away because you don't want to, hurt everybody's feelings, or make things more uncomfortable in the environment that you're in. But unfortunately, the longer it stays that way, the longer it lingers and more miserable everyone is. Okay, choose the right time. Like I said, this between June the 1st to the 6th is perfect this week. And also the setting of it, maybe at home, nowhere in public. Okay, um, and that's it. I think that they may not like it at first, and they might lash out at first and do whatever it is, but so be it. Let them be. Let them do whatever they want to do. Let them say whatever they want to say. If it's, for example, if they decide that they want to move and leave, let it be. We'll bring your child back. Okay, let it be. If they decide that they want to go off and live with his side of the family, which I don't think that they want, his parents, I don't think that they want him there. If that were to be the case, believe me, within 5 weeks they will be back again into your home. At least she will, because we'll bring her back. But not only that, she will experience total different chaos in that home than with you, because no one is going to support her. No one is going to watch over the child. No one is going to do for her what you do. No one. Okay? So therefore, she will have no choice but to come, alone or with. Okay? So it would be beneficial if they do go and experience that. Okay? Okay. I feel that I'm drained out of energy, and that is because you are, and also because the other young lady is. Okay? So we're going to replenish our energy, you and your child and mine, after this reading. As always, I want to give you thanks, love and light to you and to yours, into the universe, into our guardian angels for helping us and guiding us today. Thank you. Amen. We'll be in touch. Okay? I know that it's been difficult times that you've been going through, and that will never end. It will dissipate a little, but it's a never-ending situation that this life has to bring. And so we have to kind of put them in different sections of our lives. We have to put one aside to deal with another one, and you have one too many right now. I think that for now is the conversation, your child, and anything else, we're just going to have to take it on their own term when they come. Okay, let's deal with what's more important right now, you and the child. um, the home situation, it's in place. I feel that between now and at the end of this week coming, you will have the understanding, who's coming where. Talk to your elderly person and get her into that right space of mind, which she'll fall in eventually, okay? And that will be, uh, I feel like I need to see her as well, okay? Let me see. Can we get into her energy? I'm gonna have to look at her real quick because it is what it is. I was guided. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah, you know, uh, your mother is giving quite a change and money to this Taurus. Not Taurus. Who is this Taurus? It could be a sibling of hers, child, or I don't think it's the other one. With no, it's not. Mm, yes, to a child, I think it is, and also the Scorpion. The person in her life, he has also a leeway to her funds, okay? And the other child that is probably living with her, it's also getting funds out of her. So they're spending that inherited money already as we speak. Yep. Hmm. Yeah, the house will go through. Eventually, she'll move in as well. I am urging you that if you have not, you need to take care of those legal issues that we talked about before. Okay? I urge you to do that. It's very, very important because whatever money she has, it's flowing in both angles from these two men. Okay? Could be a sibling of hers, like I said, brother, son, whatever, but it's a male. And then we also have another male who is her partner, which is the one you asked me about, the one we talked about earlier, the Scorpio. And I mean, he has a leeway to her funds, and this one is taking funds from her. So we're looking at that. So you definitely need to take over her legal situations. So once it's done, even if she wants to change her mind, she can't because you already have changes to those things. With you getting the legal document, you can go and change everything you want in the bank without her even knowing. Okay? Because if not, these people are going to drain her of all those funds way before you end up moving. Okay? There won't be all that you suspect or want. No. So we're definitely seeing that. You need to make sure you take care of those things. Um, so I would also tell you that we also seeing some health issues involved and around her as well, and including also on the Scorpio side as well. So we definitely see all this coming down between now and at the end of the year into the first half of next year. I'm going to leave that as that. But we see like a passing of either or between now and then. And I'm thinking um, maybe the Scorpio doesn't know, but I'm seeing like circulation problems, blood pressure, or blood heart issues. So I'm not sure if he's been going through those things before, but I'm sensing that. Okay, it's the generated energy between both of them at this time. Okay. Um, what else can I see? Well, I had to see her because I wanted to see the financial situation and where it's heading between you and her. Okay. So you still have a hurdle with her, as obviously because she's hard-headed, and as hard-headed as she is, it's almost similar to what the young Gemini is going through. The young Gemini also does everything that the spouse says and does. But if you look at this Libra, she also does similar things as well with her partner. Okay, uh, so that is my advice for you as of now. Okay, there we are. So we're closing the reading. Thank you. Love and light to you and to yours.